My name is Endevar, and this is almost 10 to the sky. And between episodes, as you can see, I've done a little bit of work on this river, not a lot. I'm going to build this up quite a lot and add some more water in, but I've just been going through replacing the bottom layers with stone and just placed down a little bit of water, but I quickly got bored of that because I've got a few more layers to do and I just can't be bothered really. So what I did after that was moving on to doing a little bit of terraforming around here, building up the stone, bit of a cliff face up to this floating island that we've got up here, and then I also had the idea of building a little cave down here. Now, obviously this is very early days and I'm going to make this look a lot better than it does at the minute. But I think having this for some like magic type stuff we can put down here. Maybe the occultism stuff that could go down here. But we'll get to that at some point. So I've still got lots of building to do and I'm very pleased with how this is going. But I want to get like a waterfall over here and then the river going down this way and filling all this in. I also want to do a bit of a staircase at this end that goes up to the higher levels of this. And I don't even know what I'm going to put up here. But we'll get that done. So last time we got the Ender IO stuff done, which, where is that? Down here somewhere. Actually, I've got my thing, haven't I? Let's go to that. So yeah, we got all this done in here, and that got us everything we needed to the tiny little bit of Ender IO we need for the All-the-Mod star. And then we also defeated the Wilding Chimera as well, which is something else that we need to do for the star. So if we just have a look at this up here, I've added in all the recipes for the other components we need for the All-the-Mod star. So there's quite a few things that I've still got left to do. So the generators, actually, that is one of the things I've just been doing, because if we have a look at the quests, I've already done all of Chapter 1. Chapter 2, I've done pretty much most of it. So I've just been around and done the last couple of things. I did go to the Nether and kill a wither, a few little crafting bits that I'd already done, but I didn't have them in my inventory. So I've just redone pretty much everything, including all of these generators as well. So I think the only thing I can see on here that I've got left to do now is the infusion altar for mystical agriculture. So I think I'm just going to get these crafted up. I don't know if I'm going to do any of this yet. I probably should get some of the basics going just so we can get into the higher tier stuff, because it does take a lot of time to get all that growing. But if I can just get this page done, I'll be very happy. So once we've got that done, I'm going to do all of Chapter 3. Now, I have done a lot of this, and I did go through and recraft a lot of the things, but there are the spell books that I haven't done, and then I think that means all the robes. So we need to do all the arcanist gear. Yeah, so we need to do all that. And I haven't done all this either. Right, so there's a couple of other bits I can craft. Also on this page, there's the infinity cells. Now, I've done one of them because you only need one from each group. So I've done that one. I want to get one of these. So for these, it's either clay, skystone, kiwi, or ancient stone. Now, I thought I'd done ancient stone. Have I not? I do have a ton of ancient stone, but... Oh, right, so we've got the 5 times ancient stone there, yeah, but I just haven't crafted it. Right, that's actually made my life a lot easier, and I can do that, okay. So let's get a bit of quartz glass. And then we can stick that in there. And that'll give us the infinity ancient stone cell. Nice. I didn't realise I'd already got that block. So let's go put that in our main storage. And we've got that one already set up. So that should have been the quest there as well, shouldn't it? Yeah. So we've got that. Nice. That's easy. The infinity dies. This could be fun, because you can do it for any of the Minecraft colours. And I don't even know which one I'd want, really. But to do it, you need a 6 times of the relevant concrete block, which... yeah, that could be a bit of a pain, couldn't it? I'm not entirely... I do have infinite gravel and sand, so I could just set up a pattern for it and get A2 to craft it, and then I can just bulk wash it into the normal concrete, craft it into the 6 times, and then we're good to go. But it doesn't sound very interesting, does it? But getting that done, that would complete this little section down here. So we may get that done today, but it is a bit boring. If we have a look in here, one of the things I'm crafting up here is the skystone, because I was actually going to do that one rather than... do the ancient stone. So for the skystone, all we need to do is smelt up the skystone dust that we've been sieving. So that's what I've got going here. It's going to do 60,000 of them, and then I can craft that into the 5 times, and then we can do the infinity cell. So I'll still do that one anyway. I'm sure it'll come in handy for the quantum stuff. So the other bit on here was the bee spawn eggs, which I've already done these 3, but I haven't done the soul lava one. And to do this, it's a bit of a pain because I need to do the casting. I can do this, but I need to get a ghostly bee spawn egg. And don't believe there's any way of doing this other than actually getting the bee to spawn. And then we're going to need to go through the process of getting the attribute on the honey tree just by breeding loads of them up. But we do have an automated system to do that, so it's not too much of an issue. So we get these from a soul sand nest and feeding it gas tears. So that shouldn't be too difficult, but we'll get to that later on, because I want to do the all the Modium stuff. But first, we're going to do this, and that should complete this page. So that's always exciting. So let's do that first. Red wool. We can do red wool, can't we? Am I going to need 9? Is that right? Yeah, there we go. So I need 8 of these. Let's have that. And the infusion altar as well. Let's have that one. I believe that should be it. And that is the chapter done as well. Nice. So, did I get anything for that? No. Oh well. I don't think I want to do mystical agriculture yet, so we'll just stick those away. And actually, let's put this in here. So we've got that already. Stick that in there. And you. And you. Right, so now we're on to the chapter 3 page. So what should we do first? Should we do a bit of the old Modium stuff? Let's do these bits first. So the armor, we should definitely have that. I'm sure I had a spare set of all Modium armor over in my start house. So let's have a look at this. Didn't I ever? Yeah, there we go. Does that count? Yeah, there we go. Right, that's that one done. Nice. Oh, do we have to get all of it? No, that's the arcanist gear. Where is it? Oh, so I need to get all. Right, sorry. So I've already got them all overnight. So let's grab that and that. Right, so I'll stick those back on there. Right, so that's the all Modium armor done. And is it the same? I've already done. I'm actually wearing unobsidian armor at the minute, so that's not a problem. But I also need the vibranium armor doing first. Did I have a spare set kicking around? No, of course I didn't. So let's grab 4 of these, and we might as well upgrade this all Modium one. You go in there. I'll take 4 of those, and let's grab all of this. And do I have? No, of course I don't. This staff of traveling though, very handy. I've been using it a lot. Where are we going? Up here. So in a smithing table, let's put that, and that. So that's the vibranium helmet, leggings, boots, and finally a chest plate. So that should be that quest done. Nice. And I already have these as well. Do I just take them off? Yeah, that's the unobsidian one done now. Put you away. Okay, we're flying through this. No problem. Right. Vibranium. Now, I believe that is all of the easy stuff. So, the next thing we need to do is get into the Ars stuff, but it's the Modium versions of the quest book and the arcanist gear. So, we have done a lot of Ars, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. We haven't done any of the spell books yet, so we're going to have to start off the basics with that. But we have, in this area up here, we've got all of the source gems automated, and we're also doing all of the essences completely automated as well. So what we've got, yeah, 24,000 source gems, and I'm sure we've got plenty of the essences as well. If we just have a look in here, yeah, I got thousands of each of those. So if we're going to need some of these to do a few things possibly, but let's start out with the basics of the spellbook. So we're going to need. Actually, I've already got the novice spellbook. That's brilliant. So I don't know where that came from. Was it a quest, or did I have to do it for some reason? I don't know. Anyway, so what we can do this, we can turn it into the next version, and it is just a basic crafting recipe. We can do it in the enchanting apparatus with the essences and another ingot, but it's much simpler to just use this craft. So let's grab 2 of those. Oh, is the quartz going to be a pain? Alright, just stick you in there like that, and that will give us the Mage's spellbook, which is the next level up. And I believe there's another version beyond that before we get into the all Modium stuff. So yeah, it's this one here, and this is using the Wilden Tribute. But I believe as part of the quest, maybe for some later ones, you do actually get the Wilden Tribute. So I've got everything else, so let's just do that, and that gives us the Archmage spellbook. And then with this, I think at this point, this is where we start getting into all Modium, but we'll probably have to do something a little bit more advanced. Yes. Oh no, it's just smithing templates and ingots. So that is really easy, isn't it? So let's just grab a few of these and we can go get that done. Right, so this then, let's do the all Modium first. So wait for the quest. Turn that into vibranium, and then finally into unobsidian. Nice. So I haven't. Oh, did not mean to do that. What, you broken? Alright, so this thing is really cool. We can use this to remotely break blocks and remotely do damage as well, and it's just a cool thing. So if we press C on it, it opens up this interface, and this is where we can start building spells, but we don't have many glyphs unlocked at the minute, so we do need to go through a bit of a process of doing that. So we may do that at some point, but we're basically just concentrating on the quest here. So we've already, right, so we've got that done now, so we can claim all of these, and there we go. That has given us the Wilden Tribute. So I've just got one there. And I think it's the same for all of these quests actually. Yeah, so we'll got another one there. And then finally, I'm going to get. So we've got 7 altogether there, which is really good. So we'll put those away, keep them safe. And then for the rest of this middle bit, I think it is just the arcanist gear, isn't it? So we may need to do a little bit of stuff here. So let's have a look. So to do the basic one, we need to do it in the enchanting apparatus, and we need to grow this stuff called the Magebloom fiber. And we just put that around iron gear, so that's no problem. But to do this, we need to grow Magebloom. So if we have a look for Magebloom, there's another recipe for the seed. So if we click on this, we need 4 source gems and any seed, and this again is on the enchanting apparatus. Now I don't know if I've actually got this set up, because I think I took it down and then didn't put it back anywhere. So let's have a look. No, I didn't, did I? So let's have that, and then I'm going to need some more of the arcane pedestals as well. I think just 4 should do it. So let's have that, and we also need the arcane core as well to go below this. So I don't know where I'm going to put this. Somewhere where I can actually send it source, that'd be good, wouldn't it? So I'm going to need my Dominion wand as well. Let's have that. Now, where shall I put it? Right, we've got this here, so this could possibly send it. Although maybe not. Because that's not a splitter, is it? So I don't think I can do it with that. So let's grab a source relay. Put that one there. And then if we go... So that's taken from there. And then we're going to need another source jar. So have that one. And if we do this in the middle down here. So I'm going to go... Let's put the arcane core in the middle there. Enchanting apparatus there. Source jar there. I may do some more source jars, but I don't think I really need it. And then we'll put the pedestals around it like that. And you can have these 3 blocks away, but I just like to do them next to it like that. So now we just need to take our Dominion wand again. And then on this source relay, we're just going to right click on it. And then right click on there. And then that should start filling up with source. Nice. Okay, so for the Magebloom seeds, just source gems and seeds. So we've got plenty of source gems, no problem. And we'll get seeds. Okay, so we'll put the recipe around the edge first, because if I try and do this in the middle, it'll say, well, that's not what I was expecting to say, because I've done that wrong, haven't I? So let's take that over there. Let's grab some janky blocks, put that on like that, and I've put the arcane core facing down. That's better. We can now put the enchanting apparatus on top, and now if I try putting the seeds in, it should get the error message I thought I was going to get, which is no recipe found, pedestals must be within 3 blocks. And that's because I haven't got the full recipe on the edge that it likes. So let's do that. And if we put that one in the middle, we'll get our cool animation, and it'll turn it into a Magebloom seed. And there we go. There's our Magebloom seed. Right, so I'll just get a few more of these going, and then we can get on with crafting up the stuff that we need. Right, so I managed to get 8 of those Magebloom seeds, and I've just come out the back here where I've got some Shadow Pulse soil, and I don't know if I've shown this yet, but this stuff is pretty cool, because it grows things really quickly, but also automatically pops things off as well. So yeah, I can do that. If I just keep doing this, just working it, I'm going to get a ton of this. Now, if you've ever played with ours just on its own, you'll know this stuff takes a really long time to grow. So this is very nice to be able to do like this. So probably shouldn't leave it on there, because it is all just going to pop off, isn't it? I suppose I could just put a collection. I could just put a barrel here, couldn't I, with a magnet upgrade in it? Let's do that. So I don't need a huge one, so let's just go gold. Stick you there. And have I got don't have anything in here. Let's just grab a lot of that. Magnet upgrade. So I want you. And then I think finally that should do it, shouldn't it? So I'll stick that in there. Turn my magnet off. I'll just do that. That should get picked up in there. So yeah, while I'm away, this will keep growing. Not very quickly, but they'll also pop off here. And you can't turn these into seeds out. You do have to go through the whole thing to do it. But this is what we want, the Magebloom fiber. So I might as well just do all of this. Grab that. And then with this, we need to turn it into the arcanist stuff. So we need a full set of iron armor, and then we just need to put 4 of these around each piece of armor. So we only actually need 16 of these. So I've gone way overboard, but you never know, it may come in handy at some point. Anyway, let's get some iron armor and go do that. Now, do I have anything? Might as well use that. And helmet. Don't think the enchantments will carry over. I'm not 100% sure. So let's just get some basic rubbish. I don't even know if damage stuff will work. So let's stop being cheap. Let's just get that and a chest plate. Right, so that's full set of iron armor. So now if we we need to put these on first, don't we? So we'll put those around the edge first, and then we take our iron helmet, stick that in the middle. That gives us the arcanist hats, and it has kept those on there, hasn't it? So that's worked out well. So let's put those on there again, and this time do the chest plate. And I definitely am going to get into ours a bit more. Probably not in this series, but I think next time I do something that includes ours, or I may even do a series that's just ours on its own, because it is such a cool mod. There's so much you can do with it. But for now, I just want to get the basics done for all the quests. So let's stick you on there. Leggings. Right, that's those done. So now another 4. And finally, you can put those iron boots in there. Right, there we go. So that is our full set of arcanist gear. So with this, we can also, for the quest, turn it into all the Modium stuff, I believe. Or was it... Oh, have I done this wrong? Is it not a case of upgrading to this? Oh no, there we go. Right, so we need to do an elemental one first, which is another mod called Ars Elemental, which is an add-on for Ars. So we need to do this one first, and then we can upgrade that into all the Modium. Right, okay. At least I'm not going crazy and I haven't done anything wrong. To do this, we need to use our normal ones, and then we can use any of the elemental essences with a netherite ingot, and it'll turn it into the appropriate elemental version. So if we use water, we're going to get an aquamancer, and to also do that, we need a mark of mastery. So we do need to upgrade our enchanting apparatus, because we're going to need 8 pedestals to do this. And yeah, and then so we need to get all of these essences, which we do have. We've got thousands of each of them, and we need a wild tribute in the middle, which we have from doing those quests. So that's no problem. So, alright, we've got a few things to do there. So let's stick... No, I didn't want to do that. Right. So let's grab that. I'm going to take one of each of these. And I'm getting all the quests now because I think I've upgraded the pack since I got all this automated. So we're going to need some more pedestals as well. And I do have another 4 there, so that's handy. Right, so let's take out the source sharks. That's just in the way. But I'm going to need to put that back now. So let's go you, and you. I'm hoping I can put this here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to rearrange a bit. So let's take the Dominion wand again. I'm going to need to set this up because it's not sending anywhere now. Do that to there. Now, if I put these essences on here, assuming the order doesn't matter. So it's the air essence I'm missing, isn't it? Let's grab that. What? I do not have the air essence. What is got? Did I not get that one set up? What do we? Did I not have everything for that one? Wild and wing feather. Right. What's going on there? Oh, I don't believe it. I just automated the wild and wings last time, and I didn't put one on here. So let's get that going. All right. So that'll do that now. Hopefully this will work because it hasn't done it before. So yeah, right. That took that out of there, so that should be in my system now. So yeah, let's grab that one. Right. So I've got the air essences coming in now. Good. Okay. So we stick that on there. That's all those done, and then we need the Wilden Tribute. Stick you in there, and they should give us 5 marks of mastery. There we go. Right, so with this we need the magic armor. So this is enchanting apparatus again, mark of mastery, and then we can use any of the essences depending on which one we want, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be upgrading this into the old Modium stuff anyway. So what should we do? I don't even know what the difference is. And again, I don't even know if these carry over, so let's just get, so what's the one we've got the most of? Water, so let's just grab a few of those. And we need netherite ingots as well, don't we? So we'll go 1, 1, 2, mark of mastery, and then we'll put that in there. That should, why didn't you like that? Quarry is tier 3 upgrade. Oh, I need to do all the upgrades as well. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Because I don't have these. They're only on a tier 1 at the minute. So, to do that, we're going to get a little bit further into ours. I'm going to upgrade it with this. So, to tier 2, it is very simple. So, normally it's nether and then ender stuff. So, blaze rods, ender pearls, and chorus fruit. Which I believe we've got. I don't know. Yeah, I've got loads of chorus fruit because I've been saving for that. Ender pearls, definitely got tons of. And then blaze rods, definitely, yeah, 4 million of those. That should do the trick, shouldn't it? So we're going to need to take all this off. A bit of a process, this, doing it from scratch. So we'll go blaze rods. And then you in there. Alright, so that is now tier 2. So we'll put the blaze rods down again. And do all of these into tier 2. Alright, so that's 2 of those done. So 2 more blaze rods and the boots. Okay, boots done. And then we'll go you and you. Right, so that's all those done to tier 2 now. So now if we take chorus fruit and 2 ender pearls and then put the boost in there, that should take those up to tier 3. And then just same again for all the others. Okay, so that's all 4 of those done now. So in theory, I should now be able to turn those into the Aquamancer set. So if we go netherite ingot and the mark of mastery, should now be able to put that in there. Yes, so that'll turn it into the Aquamancer set. Okay, so there's the Aquamancer's hat. And then it is exactly the same for all the other three. And there's the leggings. So now we'll do the boots. On you and you. Take those. And then finally we just need to do the robes. So you, and you. Stick you in there. And this should be the final bit I need to do with the enchanting apparatus. I believe everything else we just do in the smithing table. And then we can upgrade those to all the Modium. Nice. Okay, so let's grab that. And we can leave that alone now and get over to our normal enchanting stuff. Have I got everything on me? No, of course I haven't. So let's stick you away. I'm going to need 4 each of these smithing templates. So let's get 4 of those. 4 vibranium. And then 4 on obsidian. And then same for the ingots. Right, pretty much there now. So let's go upgrade these to all the Modium. Right, so that's the full all the Modium set. And then we can do that into vibranium. Just like that. And then finally into unobtainium. Nice and easy. Now, we should be pretty close to finishing that chapter off now. So I was going to take all my armor off then and put those on, but I don't have all the extra hearts in this, do I? So actually, let's just do it. Let's see how we look. Nice. Look like a magician now. Right, that's enough of that. Okay, so now I've got that done. I don't think I'm going to use it just yet. If we get into the spell casting now, there are some really crazy spells you can do for tons of damage. So we may be able to do a way of cheesing the Chaos Guardian. I have seen people do that, so we may get that done. Just for a bit of fun. But I'm just going to put everything away for now because I'm not going to use any of this for the minute. So the next thing I want to get done is this bit down here, isn't it? So I want to do the Soul Lava Bee, which means we need to get the Ghostly Bee. So let's get Soul Lava. So with Soul Sand and a wooden sword, we can get a Soul Sand nest. If we then get some gas tears, we can go get these bees. I'm going to need some bee cages as well. Right? Let's go do it down here where we did the others. How are those doing? I don't think I'm going to need these. I don't know why I'm doing this. Alright, so you go there. And then we'll... No bees in this... Right, so I'll probably need to do this in nether wire. So let's grab that. It's pretty obvious that that needed to be in the nether. So let's do that. And I still haven't got my wireless set up properly to be used anywhere else. So let's get that. Stick that down there. And do that. And if we get the... Tiny ball, speed this up a lot. And there is it. Come here. To our view. Now I don't really need 2 of them, do I? So let's get that third one and we'll get going. Right, so let's get over to the bee breeding. I'm assuming these need gas tears, but let's have a look just to double check. Can I breed these? It doesn't say they can't breed them, but I don't know what you use to breed them. You in there? Oh, it's working. I didn't think it would, but it's working. So can we speed this up as well? Right, so those are going in there. That's good. So, right, there we go. That's what I wanted. 100%. That was very easy, wasn't it? I didn't expect it to get it that quickly. But what we can do with this. So if we just get a honey tree. No, you. Let's have that. Right, did I just see some more in there? Ah, well, 4 of them already. Nice. Okay, so let's take those and those. And that'll give us 4 of those honey trees. So now, I've still got my stuff around here. So this is the one I use for doing this. So if we just put those in there, that should give us the ghostly bee spawn egg. And we don't have any speed upgrades in there, so let's just get that going. Right, there we go. So we now have the ghostly bee spawn egg. That was much simpler than I thought it was going to be. So let's have that. Now I should probably take these out here. Yeah, definitely don't want any more of those. Nice. So that is... Oh, that's all of it done. Oh, so I didn't need to do it. Brilliant. Oh, that is perfect. I thought I was going to have to go through all of these again, which I'm very happy that I don't have to. So let's just claim all of these rewards. So yeah, that's chapter 3 done. We are flying through this. Now, there is still no quest line for the Almost Star, which is a little bit annoying, especially for simple people like me who like to follow the instructions. But we're making some good progress anyway. So after I've claimed all these quests, which are giving me some pretty decent things, I've got to admit. That's all of it, isn't it? Right, so that's all of that. It said it's all of it done, but I haven't done this. I definitely got that notification though, didn't I? Say that they're all done. Tell you what, let's just back away slowly and not do this, because that's going to be a real pain. So, real happy that that's done. Right, so let's put a few things away. Oh, productivity omega. That is a very, very good reward. Right, I'm going to go put that in my beehive somewhere. Which one should I do it with? What have we got? I'm going to do it in one of the expensive ones, but I don't think I've got... It's the vibranium that's really slow, isn't it? So I've got tons of Modium from sieving. These two I'm only getting from bees. But for some reason, the unobsidian seems to go a lot better. Or it may be that I'm just using more vibranium. So do I have a productivity one? Yeah, I've got productivity alpha in there. So I'll put that in there. Look at that. Look how quickly that goes. Right, that's good. Like that. Oh, I've got another one in there. So let's take the speed out of that one and put the gamma in there. And do we have anything else that would benefit from these? I don't think so really. Yeah, I'm back with that. Right, let's see what we can do next. Right, so I've decided I can't leave this page like this. I've got to get one of these infinity die cells done, and I think I'm going to go with the white one, because I like using white concrete just as like a background block. So that is the one I think I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to need to set up a few patterns for this. So firstly, we'll do the white dye. So that's just basic. I'm just going to do that from bone meal, so I've got tons of that. But most of it's come from bones, hasn't it? So we should probably do the one for that as well. And then finally, it should just be the one for white concrete. Although, do I want to do... I could either do this in a compression cell, or I could just do the patterns for each one, couldn't I? So let's do... Yeah, let's do white concrete powder from gravel and sand. And let's see how difficult this is going to be, because I don't know which ones I need. So we do need the 6 times. So that is 531,441 white concrete I need to craft up. But I think I want to do the pattern for each one as well. So right, so we've got that. I've got the white concrete. And I can't immediately do it, can I? Because I need to turn it into white concrete first before I can craft it up. But you don't do that with the powder, you do that with the converted one. So there's a few ways of doing this. I'm thinking washing is going to be the easiest way of doing it though, but I don't have that automated to go straight into it. So isn't there a mechanism machine that does this? Yeah, the chemical injection chamber. This might be the way to go, but washing would be way faster. So maybe I just do this manually. Could be a bit of a pain, but because I've just done the sky stone as well. So this one is much easier because it's only 59,000, but even that I've crafted all of these manually after I got them all smelted up, and that still takes quite a while. So to do the 6 times, yeah, it's going to be real pain. So I think I definitely need to automate this. So let's see what we can do about getting the washing automated. Right, so over at my starter create stuff, I've got my automatic washer here, so I can just put the concrete powder into there, and it'll get washed automatically and put into this chest here. So what I've done is set an import bus on here, an extended import bus, so it's a bit faster. And that will only import white concrete. So anything else that comes into there, it'll ignore. And then I've also set an export bus at the top, and this will export white concrete powder. Now, I'm probably just going to request all of this, and then once it's crafted, it'll automatically export it into here. I think that should work all right. So it's a bit of a janky setup, this, but... Oh, actually, that's not going to work, because I need to auto stock it in there. Although, yeah, we can do that, can't we? Yeah, that's all right. Let's do that. So I need the white concrete powder in there, set that to a stack, right? But it doesn't have any at the minute, so that means I need to craft a ton of it. But then if we just run this cable down here like that, so that's using all the channels now, but we should be good. So let's get back to the storage room, and then if we put these 3 recipes in here, these are all crafting recipes, are they? So let's put that in there. And now, if I try and get white concrete, let's just do a few thousand, because I'm going to need, what was it, over 500,000, wasn't it? So let's just do that. Now, it does that quite quickly, but is it exporting? That's the thing. Because once it's exporting, it should also import the normal concrete as well. Okay, so that seems to be going down a bit. Yeah, so the white concrete is coming in automatically now. Right, that's great. So I don't know if I'm just going to request the full, what was it, 530,000 because that would be a bit mad. But as you can see, that is going down, and this is going back up. So let's do something a bit mad and get like 50,000. No, that's 500,000. Let's do 50,000. See how that goes. So the gravel and the sand is infinite, and I think the bones are pretty much infinite, are they? What have we got? Yeah, I got 3.5 million bones. I can turn all that into dye. So let's have a look. Yeah, so that's going up, but it's going out pretty fast as well. So should get 50,000 in there pretty quick. So let's just have a look. Just have a double check, see if this is actually doing. Oh my god, this is going to be putting loads out there, isn't it? Now it should be all right. But if any fail and go into here, they'll just stay in there. That's the problem. But I don't think they're going to do that. So yeah, these washes, it doesn't matter how quickly you pipe them into it. Oh, that's right. That's filled up. Okay. So it's probably just the chutes that are too slow. But the thing is, if we do them any faster than this, they'll group together and they won't wash properly. So you have to do it this slow with these. But it does still do an absolute ton at the same time. I think we're just going to need to leave that to do its thing. And then once they're all done, I think 50,000 at a time is a decent amount. But what's this in here? It's like 3,000, isn't it? So yeah, it's probably going to take a while. What are we on? Right, so I've got another 35,000 to go in there. So yeah, probably not the greatest way of doing this, but as it's only a one-off, I'm not too bothered. So I think I'll just hang around for these to finish, and I'll do a few more batches. So then we should be good to do the infinity white dye cell. Right, so I did leave that running for quite a bit, but as you can see, I've stopped that now. I've taken the filter out of this exporter, so they're not going into there anymore. And that's because I've had a better idea. And what I've done is set up the ultimate injecting factory over here. I did have one anyway, but it was only basic, so I've upgraded that to the ultimate version, and I've added another one here. We then have 2 rotary condensators with water pumped into them. These are fully upgraded, and these are producing water vapor. Send those into the ultimate injecting factories, and those will turn concrete powder with water vapor into the white concrete. So this is definitely much better. It might not be as fast as doing loads at the same time, but it does seem to be getting through everything much faster. This drawer here will hold 49,000. That's all I've upgraded it to, but I've already crafted up all of the concrete powder that we need, and it's all sat in here waiting to be exported. So if we just have a look at that, I've got 293,000 waiting to go, and plus the 49,000 that's already in that drawer. So I've definitely got way too much here, but I have 260,000 of the concrete already done, so that's halfway there. So I just need to wait to get the rest of that, and then I've already set up the patterns for the concrete. Now I do need the 6 times, but all I need to do is craft 9 of these, so I can do that. Try doing that now and it'll tell us how many we're missing. So yeah, 269,000 to go. But once that's done, we can use that to craft the infinity white dye cell. So nearly there. Right, so as you can see, that is not full anymore, which means that we're there. So if we have a look at the concrete, we have 573,000 white concrete in there, which is way more than I needed. And I've just had a realization that doing the white one is a really, really silly thing to do. But before I explain that, let's just get this crafted up. So we want 9 of the 5 times. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll just leave it to do it. So it's got to craft up all the 1 times, then it's 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's going to take a minute. So we'll leave that because I've also been looking at this quest page again. Also the mechanism ones. I've been doing a few others while I've been waiting for it. But let's have a look at the Modium one. So the reason that this completed is because this one that I'm doing now is actually an optional quest. So all of these are optional. All these are required, but the 2 side ones are optional as well. So I was just been working on this one. It's really simple. We just need to do the high powered heating coil, and it's a really easy thing to do. We just put solar lava into the foundry, and then we just pour that over a powered heating coil, and that'll give us the high powered one. So I have already done that. I haven't taken it out yet, so that's why I haven't got the quest. But down here, I just put the solar lava in there, poured it onto this. So if we now take this out, that should be that quest done. Now it's not very dramatic because we've already completed this page. So yeah, that is now the only quest on there, including all the optional ones that we need to do. So we just need to wait for that 5 times concrete to craft up, and we're done. So how was it doing? Yeah, that's probably going to take a while, isn't it? I should have been doing this while I was waiting. But anyway, while we're waiting for that, I will explain. So I've been fixating on this being concrete, but the thing is, we're not doing it for concrete, are we? We're doing it to have an infinite dye cell. And what I've basically crafted here is an infinite white dye cell, which is very silly, seeing I've got 3.5 million bones. It's probably the one that I definitely didn't need to do. Although I've probably got black as well, because I've got the ink sacs, which means I can do grey. But all like the flowers, like if we do like red dye, I probably haven't got a lot of that. Poppies, we've got anything, yeah. So I should have done something like red or blue or something like that. We've got, yeah, so we could have done it from lapis, that'd have been better. Have we got any cactus? Yeah, we've got a bit of cactus, so we could have done that. But no, I've done white, which is probably the one I don't need at all. So practically, it's not the best decision I've ever made, but it will complete the quest, so let's just focus on that. Right, so we've got one of those done, so we just need to wait for the other 8, and then we can craft it into the 6 times, and then finally get the quest done. Right, so those are now done, so we can take those and craft them into the 6 times, and then with that, we can turn that out of lava and quartz glass. That's not good, is it? Let's get a ton of that, and a bucket of lava, and we can turn that into the infinity white dye cell. So we now have infinite white dye. Isn't that amazing? The main thing is this quest line is now complete and this page is completely done. So very happy about that. But we still have a long way to go for the rest of the pack. So we've got to get all of this done up here. So for the all mod star, this crazy recipe here, we need to do all of this stuff. So we may work on the singularities next time because that is quite a big part of it. But then there's lots of different things that we need to do for these as well. So I need to do some draconic evolution. Ender IO, I didn't do this. This is what I forgot about when I was doing the Ender IO stuff. This is the thing that I need. So we can do that. We've got everything we need to do that now. Eclipse Ember, yeah, we can do that. I think we've already got one of those. I've definitely done that because I did that for the Chapter 2 quest. We maybe need to do a start on mystical agriculture as well so we can get some insanium going. So yeah, I've got a lot of things that we need to do. I've also just set up the patterns for these as well because these are a bit of a drill down where you need to go through each level of it. So I'll set up the patterns for it, so that should make it nice and easy. We've already got that. We've got that. We need to get into the mechanism reactors as well, so and the SPS, so we can do the antimatter. Oritech mod that I've never ever touched before, so that's going to be interesting learning all of this stuff, isn't it? So we may even get some of that done. So I've got a few things to think about between episodes, and I may actually get another one of those infinite dye things going. Maybe a colour that I actually want to use rather than white, even though I will use the white concrete. This isn't going to help that, is it? Because I've already got an absolute ton of bones. So what a complete waste of whatever. So anyway, with that, I think I'll leave it there. Made some good progress today. Got all of the Chapter 3 quests done. Got a completely useless dye cell. And I will let that go before the next episode, I promise. So if you enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.